underway
for the first time ever
to the plantation and the factory. It's going to be great. We're now entering the Gano complex. As you can see off to the left here are the glorious greenhouses. Mr. Liao calls them model farms. Gano Excel. Here we are. Gorgeous. This is all Gano Excel. No middlemen, just Gano Excel. Started with one man's vision, and here we are now, seeing the manifestation of a dream come true to bring health and wealth to families all around the world. Thank you, Mr. Liao. You've seen this all in the videos before, but now we're here firsthand. No stock photography, no stock video footage, all Gano Excel, baby. You can kind of see in the background here, they're packing the poly bags, the amazing substance that helps grow our tissue culture Ganoderma lucida. It's wonderful. You can kind of see the rest of the team here with us, taking it all in. It really is an interesting experience being here. Very, 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 very cool. A very large pile of the rubber tree bark and tree itself. Basically the substance is found in the mulch. As you can see here, I'll grab a little bit. You can see it's a very, very fine wood-like substance. Mr. Liao was explaining that due to the organic processes of the mulch, that after 2 days, the heat at the core of these boxes can get to the point where you can actually cook an egg.
After the medium is fermented, then we will put over here, and by using this machine, every day we can go up to 20,000 pieces of this poly bag.
Mr. Liao is just showing us the mulching machine. You saw how the actual mulch and the organic processes made the pot. After it ages for 2 days, they put it in here and pack it into the poly bags, as you can kind of see here. Mr. Liao was explaining that this machinery, this equipment is very, very, very proprietary. It's equipment that we had to engineer as Gano Excel in order for this process to occur. As you can see here, I've got an actual poly bag. Mr. Liao was explaining there's 1.5 kilograms of the mulch contained in this bag, and they press it in here. If you could feel it, it's very, very, very dense. And the reason being is that once they put the mycelium or whatever the product is that they're going to grow in this, it needs to be very dense, or else the mycelium will break away, which is the small tentacles. All it is one product per poly bag. And the art of this, I mean the mulch, there's art in creating the mulch, but think about the art in making sure that you only grow one product per bag, because you have bacteria and all kinds of other contaminants that can come in there. It's very, very interesting to watch how all of this science is really coming together to create the Gano Cafe and the pills that we love. Very cool, poly bag. Now, right here in front of what Mr. Liao is calling the standardizing units, uses heat and pressure to standardize the poly bags. And in each one of these canisters that you can kind of see right here, they can hold up to 5,000 units of the poly bags that they can standardize all in one. Now they're just depressurizing and draining one of the standardizing tanks that you can see. The crowd is gathered around to kind of see what's going on inside of it. And here we go. We're opening it up. And there we go. The poly bags. 5,000 units in one canister. Mr. Liao was explaining that the standardization process takes approximately 6 hours to complete. Because he anticipated our tour today, he ran a batch so he could open it up and show us kind of what's going on inside the canister.
And it means that one day we can go 2 shifts, we can go up to 20,000 units of this poly bag.
As you can see, we've got two of the standardization chambers here. The standardization length is 6 hours. You do the simple math there. That means we can do 5,000 per batch, 4 batches per canister per day. That's 20,000 batches of the poly bags, or 20,000 units of the poly bags on a 24-hour clock. It's amazing. So our capacity to expand and produce the amount of Ganoderma that we do is truly remarkable. Now that they've almost fully pulled out all of the poly bags, you can see we're looking at 5,000 poly bags per canister. For 6 hours they bake these babies. And keep in mind, in each one of these bags is just one product. Not yet. They haven't added the product yet. This is just the growth medium that they place the culture into. So it really is, it's amazing. Very hot. A lot of heat coming off of this. A lot of heat. Explaining that since we travel all the way from America, he's going to show us something very special, otherwise considered top secret.
6 million a piece.
Wow. Looks like something from outer space. What we're looking at here is actually the evaporation chambers. Mr. Liao was explaining that these are the vessels that are used to remove any extra moisture from the powder that we get from the Ganoderma. And then across the way is brand new machinery that is not yet operational. A huge investment at $6 million per unit has been made. And these are called the spray dryers. So it's a brand new technology that Gano XL will be leveraging to spray dry the extract. And what Mr. Liao was explaining is that these spray drying pieces of machinery can do up to 3 tons of extract per day. Right here, Mr. Liao showed us another smaller spray drying chamber that is used for smaller batches. So as he's coming up with new products, as he's coming up with new ideas and innovations, instead of running the huge 3-ton batches, he's using this small piece of machinery here in order to do the spray drying. And so it's just his way of keeping on the edge of innovating and testing and creating new products that we love across the world. Led by Mr. Liao, the platform by the spray dryers to, I don't know if it's to catch a bird's eye view or if we're going to be seeing more of the process of this amazing process. From taking our Ganoderma lucida mushrooms and turning it into an extract that we can put into our coffees and the pills and everything else. I'm at the top of the stairs now. What I'm looking at here is this spray drying chamber that can do up to 3 tons per day. And as you can see, this thing is huge. So if you look up, look how huge that is. And next month we're planning on doing the first test run with this. It's just enormous. As you can see, I'm sweating like a dog, man. It's so hot here. But that's what the Ganoderma loves. Let's climb up here. Hey, Vivek. Going up. This is a great view of Mr. Charlie Bell, our director of marketing, as he descends the ladder. How was it up there? You look sweaty, brother.
A little sweaty.
Literally in the rafters, as you can see, we're atop this enormous spray drying chamber. Way up here on the top of this, 20 stories or so. It's an amazing piece of machinery. Liao was just explaining to us that what makes Gano XL unique, or so unique, is the fact that everything you're seeing here, from all of these, the evaporation chambers to the spray dry, all of this investment in technology allows us to create the highest quality Ganoderma lucidum extract in the world. We're the only ones putting it into the coffee. You've got, Mr. Liao was explaining that every 4 months there's a new Ganoderma company that's coming out with a new coffee product. But when they compare, they just can't compare to Gano XL. And he was just explaining that this right here is one of our secret weapons. This is an extraction thing. That little piece of humble equipment, $1 million. But that's what separates us from the pack. It's all this innovation. We just can't be beat. It's just, there's no fear when we've got competing companies sprouting up. We are the main game in town for Ganoderma lucidum, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Mr. Liao is now bringing us to the model farms. As you can see, row upon row of model farm, just as the past, present, and future video always says. But we're actually here. Check it out. We're going into the first model farm. where these are the very young mushrooms. Not fully budding yet, but you can kind of see them starting to emerge from the polybags. Stage 1, the little baby mushrooms coming out of those polybags. Little tiny guys. Look how beautiful they are. Look at those. Amazing. Row upon row. We're actually in the first stages of the mushroom growth. You can see the mushrooms behind me there. Little baby ones. And what Mr. Liao was explaining is that the actual color of the polybag, you can actually see it changing. That as the mycelium grows into the polybag, the color changes from a chocolate color to a white color as the roots and whatnot of the mushroom grow and expand. It's a very interesting and scientific process. Very hot too. Deeper into the greenhouse, you can see that these are the ones that we always see in the pictures and whatnot. The fuller grown Ganoderma lucida. Look at all those. Just row upon row upon row of the Ganoderma lucida. Mr. Liao was just explaining to the group why we use the polybag technique to grow the Ganoderma lucidum versus the debatable log-grown method. And he's explaining that in this environment, as you can see, we can control the contaminants and what's going on in this sterile greenhouse much more than you can on a log, because you're constantly having to put dirt and whatnot onto the log to sustain the growth, and you don't know what's in the dirt, you don't know what you're growing. So I also wanted to note is that in these polybags, what makes us very, very unique is the entire contents of every one of these suspended polybags is 100% organic. So it's really just a very pure process that we're growing these Ganoderma lucida mushrooms from. It's unrivaled in the industry and in the world, really. It's an innovative advancement that we've made as Gano Excel that, quite frankly, our competitors just can't do. So there we go. One more reason to love and be with Gano Excel. It's amazing the shine that's on these mushrooms. You can kind of just see them. They feel very, very tough. They look like almost would be soft, but they're actually very, very tough skinned. Samurai, can you believe you're here?
I can't, man. I can't believe that everything's organic here. Everything's reused. I mean, it is an earth-friendly company from the ground up, literally. We just recycle stuff and we make it into what we need, and we make the best Ganoderma. And those machines that we saw are incredible. Incredible.
I don't know if you can see it. We're stepping into a greenhouse now where this is the advanced stage, the adult mushroom. You can kind of see that the color has changed quite a bit. Now they're actually a darker red, and the texture of it is quite a bit more dense. It's really amazing. Just row upon row. I think these are just days away from harvest. Full process. As you can see, just drenched in sweat, and the humidity in these greenhouses is amazing. And right now it's just not even breaking 10 o'clock in the morning, so I hate to see what it's like in the mid-afternoon. I guess the mushrooms love it, but us humans struggle a little bit with it. We're now in the final stages of growth with the Ganoderma lucidum, and Mr. Liao was explaining that you can notice that the thickness of the Ganoderma is substantially more than in the previous greenhouses. Polybags are fully a white color.